Hey, Allison Verhalen here with AV Writing Services, and today I want to talk to you about auditing your website for SEO. How are you optimizing for those search engine searches to make sure you show up in those online searches? Ideally, you should be auditing your website about once a year, at least. Make sure that all the links still work and all your pages are still up and everything works the way it's supposed to, because if it doesn't, people will click away. But I know the website often falls to the wayside when you're busy running your business and you're in it and you're trying to serve your customers and make your product or provide your service and get new business and whatever it is that you're trying to do. There are so many moving parts to owning and running a business, and often, just like blogging falls by the wayside when small business owners get busy, other parts of managing the website can also fall by the wayside, including doing the SEO audit. So I get it, but on the other hand, it's essential because it's going to inhibit your ability to attract and engage new customers if your website doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So we're stuck in quarantine. We're not going anywhere. Maybe you have a little bit of extra time on your hands right now. It's a perfect time to do an SEO audit of your website. So first and foremost, you need to choose your tool. Obviously, you can do it manually. Look through all your content, make sure there are no typos, no errors, all the links work, click on them manually. You can do all that, but obviously the more content you have on your website, the more time consuming that's going to be, and maybe you don't have that much time on your hands, even though you're in quarantine. I mean, even doing it with a tool can take hours for the tool to fully comb through everything on your website, again, depending on how much content is on your website. So if you just have a small minimalist website with just a few pages, landing pages up there, and you can go through it fairly quickly and easily and make sure everything is running the way it's supposed to, okay, great, don't worry about it. But if you're like us and you have a lot of really long blog posts and you have a ton of content on your website, you're going to want to invest in a tool to do it for you. And I do mean invest in a tool, I mean pay for one. There are free tools out there, and if you really can't afford to pay for a tool, obviously a free tool is better than nothing, but the free ones do tend to be less reliable and less accurate than the ones that you pay for. So if you can find it in your budget to pay for an SEO analyzer for your website, I highly, highly recommend that you do so. SEMrush has a tool, Moz has a tool that you can use, and Screaming Frog is probably the most popular, one of the most well-known SEO audit tools, so that's always an option. So get out there, look at your options, see what you like, what works best for your business and for your specific needs. Now, there are a lot of things that can come up, and they're going to have different alert levels, and they're going to have different possible causes that could be causing them to malfunction, so to speak. So we're going to go over 6 of the most popular and the biggest ones that you really have to fix right away. Some of them you can get to them later, it's not a big deal, but these 6 you really should fix as soon as possible. So the first one that you're going to want to fix is your website load speed. How quickly does it take your website to load? This is huge. It should take no more than ideally a second or 2. I'm going to say 2 to 3 seconds, but the shorter the better, because we are a community of instant gratification. Especially when we're online and we can get what we want right now, we expect it right now. And if we don't get it right now, we'll click away because we know there is someone else out there who can get it to us right away. So if you're not that person, if your website is not that website that can give them what they're looking for right away, you're going to have to do something about it, and do something about it right away, because that is costing you customers. It's costing you traffic, and when they don't even wait for your website to load, because they're not going to wait if it takes more than a few seconds, they're going to click away. So then you don't even have an opportunity to convert those leads into customers because they don't even look at your content. So Again, there are a few different things that could be causing your website to load slowly. Talk to your website host. Maybe the servers that they're using are located really far away from where you are, or they're located far from where your users are, people who are trying to access your website. So talk to them about if there's something they can do about it. Maybe get a new website host if it comes down to it. Talk to your website developer, see if there's anything they can do on their end to help your website load more quickly. And finally, images and videos. It's kind of a fine line you got to walk with the images and videos in your content, because on the one hand, they're very engaging. People love images. We are a visual species. We love seeing images and videos, and we're much more likely to engage with content that has more images and videos. So use that. But on the other hand, they can take a while. That's a lot of data there with the images and videos, and sometimes that can slow down your website load speed. So walk that fine line. If you have a ton of images or long videos or something, maybe try cutting back. When it comes to videos, you can just have a link to YouTube and make them go watch it on YouTube and then come back to your website. Again, you make sure you have that link so that it opens another tab when they click on that link, so they're not getting away from your website. Your website is still up on their browser. But then they can go to YouTube and watch the video. If you have the video on your website, maybe don't have images in that one. Or if you have a ton of images in a post, maybe save the video for a different blog post or a different website landing page. So again, you're going to want to walk that fine line and see where the issue is. Again, there are lots of different things that could be causing your website to load slowly, so that one might take a while to fix. The ones that won't take a while to fix are things like page errors. If you have a website page or a blog post and you get a page error when you try to click to it, again, you got to talk to your website developer about that, see what's going on. You got to fix that, because when people see that, they're trying to find out more information about you. They want to know about you, see if it's a good fit, if they're ready to hire you or buy your product. And they get a page error, they're not gonna reach out to you. They're not gonna tell you that it's a problem, and they're probably not gonna look at other pages on your website, because they're gonna assume that other pages are also likely to come up with that 404 error. So they're just gonna click away. They're gonna go back to Google or back to whatever other website that led them back to you in the first place, and then that comes up as a broken link. If that was a link from another website and it shows up on their end, on their SEO audit as a broken link, then that looks bad for them, and they're gonna stop linking to your website. So get that fixed ASAP. Which leads me to my next point, broken links. Whether it's stuff that they're internal links, you linked to other pages, other posts in your website, and maybe they're not, maybe you deleted them for whatever reason, or you changed the slug, or you got the wrong slug when you were trying to link to it. Make sure to fix those. If you linked to another website and that comes up as a broken link, obviously you're going to want to delete that link. Maybe look through the do a quick Google search, or look through your favorite pieces of content and see what else you can use to replace that link, because you do still want those outgoing links. You want that, again, for your SEO as well as for just building community and your general online visibility. So, but again, a broken link, it looks bad on you, so you're going to want to fix that right away. Next up is your page title length. It's huge. Your page title and your blog post titles are, that's what convinces people to come to your website, right? That's what they click on. And they usually don't see anything else. They might see the meta description. We'll talk about that in a minute. But if the title does not engage them, if it doesn't sound interesting to them, they're not even going to read the meta description. They're just going to keep scrolling to the next thing. So it's got to have those keywords, and it has to be long enough, obviously, to give people an idea of what your content is about, but not so long that they can't even see the entire title. So again, there's a fine line you gotta work there. It has to be just the right length. So make sure if any flags come up in your SEO audit that your page title length is too long, too short, doesn't have the right keywords, that's something you have to pay attention to. Next up, as promised, meta description. This is what Google looks at first to decide what this particular piece of content is all about. What is this blog post really about? What is this page all about? That helps Google figure out what your website is about, so Google can match your website to people who are searching for what you're providing. So that's good. for you and for Google. Google wants to match up people with the stuff that they're looking for. And if you can help Google figure out where you fit in all of that, then Google can do a better job of fitting you with the people that you want to get in front of and the people who are looking for you. Google just wants to make it easier on everyone to find each other. So that's what you have to do. So the meta description is going to help Google figure it out. And the meta description also is usually what shows up underneath the title when people are searching for stuff and they're on Google's page and they see the headline, and then they're going to see the meta description below the headline. So if the headline engages them and they think it looks interesting, but they're not sure it's quite what they're looking for, they're going to look at that meta description. So again, it has to have keywords. What are the key keywords? You should be using lots of keywords in each blog post, but what keywords are you, what's the one or two keywords that you're specifically targeting for this particular piece of content? And that has to be in the meta description, because that is how Google is going to pair you up with the people who are searching for that. And finally, your length of your content. If you have a low word count, that's going to show up as a flag. It'll probably only flag it from your SEO audit if it's less than 400, maybe 500 words, which is very short. It's not too bad for a landing page. A landing page should be about 400 or 500 words, but as we have talked about on our website many times, blog posts should ideally be anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 or even 3,000 words, again, depending on whom you listen to, because different experts recommend different things. But the average length of a blog post that shows up on the first page of Google is like 1,750 words or something like that. So that's long content, so you're going to want to make sure that those blog posts fit in that word count range. So if you get any flags at all about low word count, whether it's on your landing pages or on your blog posts, you're going to want to fix that right away. And that's easy enough. You can do that yourself, or hire your content marketer, or hire us to fix that for you. So that's it. Those are all our tips for you today on how you can improve your SEO by using the right tools and fixing the stuff you need to fix so that you can get in front of more customers and more of your target audience, get them to your website and convert them into customers. So that's it for us. If you have any other questions about SEO or content marketing or anything about online marketing, reach out to us. We are happy to help. Again, I am Allison Verhalen at AV Writing Services. Our website is avwritingservices.com, and you can reach out to me personally at info@avwritingservices.com. Other than that, have a great week and happy marketing.